we are talking about all things Agritopia. This community is not just one of the best communities in Gilbert, it's actually one of the best communities in the East Valley. It's a gem of a community. And although you can reside in this neighborhood, the reason why people truly love this community are the amenities. You have some restaurants, some coffee shops, bars, gyms, even some really amazing med spas. And one of Gilbert's best parks is actually right next door. It's a beautiful little green oasis, super clean, and the location is pretty perfect. I am Courtney, your local Phoenix realtor, here to share the good, the bad, and the ugly of living in Phoenix. Now, in a lot of my videos, I do talk about maybe not the good aspects or some of the cons of a lot of different neighborhoods, but honestly, Agritopia is one of those neighborhoods there aren't really that many cons, which is why you should continue watching and visit this area. So Agritopia is on the east side of Gilbert. You're actually right off the 202, and if you know anything about the Phoenix metro area, living right close to a major freeway is everything. It makes transportation or commuting so much easier. You're also really close to Eastmark and Mesa, and then you also have very easy access to other parts of Gilbert, Chandler, and then the more north side of Mesa as well. But on top of that, you're in the center of all of Gilbert's best amenities. About 4 miles away, you actually have the Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport. You have the Mercy Medical Hospital is only a few miles off the 202, and then you have Santan Village, which is our main shopping center in Gilbert. Ton of restaurants, every grocery store you can think of. And you also can't forget Costco. What exactly is Agritopia? Okay, so it actually started as a homestead about 100 years ago. And then this guy in the 1960s named Joe Johnston, he and his family actually bought this land. They built a property on it. In the 90s, they were like, we should build like a village center here, and we're gonna call it Agritopia. And that's how Agritopia was born. Agritopia has 3 sections. Section on the west up against the park, that is more of a residential area. This center area, that's where the farm is located. In this area, you actually have the community garden where you can lease a little plot of land, an orchard. So it kind of continues to have this farm vibe, but some of Gilbert's most staple restaurants are located in this farm area. And then on the east side, we have our newest addition, and this is the Epicenter at Agritopia. This is a mixed use building. So on the bottom, we have a lot of different shops, gyms, restaurants, and then on the top, we actually have these beautiful luxury apartments. But one of the main reasons why people go visit Agritopia really is for food and drink. And if you know me at all, I love talking about restaurants. Now, a lot of these restaurants that I'm gonna be talking about today, a lot of them have fantastic patio seating. Some of them you can even bring your pup. There's quite a variety of restaurants in this area. If you're looking for a good breakfast place, you got Big Matt's Breakfast. If you're looking for pizza, there's Spinato's. If you're looking for an adult beverage or a cocktail, these are the 2 places I would look. The first one is the Beer Barn, a large selection of rotating beer and wine. They also have a large retail beer section, so you can just pop in there and leave. If you aren't really a beer or wine drinker, there's an awesome cocktail experience, and this is called Undertow. They offer a lot of creative drinks, or what they call exotic drinks. The drinks are good, but really what makes this place special is that it's an experience. The interior design is actually designed to look like you're in a ship. So they have these windows you can look out at these beautiful, like, exotic landscapes. I'd say it's not necessarily the best place to go for like a big group of people, but if you're just going on a date night or maybe going out with a friend, it's definitely a fun experience. One of my favorite new additions to the Epicenter is Buck and Ryder. This restaurant actually started in Scottsdale, and it's one of my favorite seafood restaurants in the Phoenix metro area. Now, you have to keep in mind, Arizona is not a coastal town, so I wouldn't recommend just going to any seafood place in Phoenix, but this place, it's pretty good. Their oysters are incredible. They're also known for their steaks. They have incredible craft cocktails, and then they even have a sushi bar. If you know anything about me, I love a proper cup of coffee, and I have 2 places in the Agritopia area that I absolutely love. The first one is Peixoto. There's a few locations in the East Valley area. Their coffee is just great quality. A lot of times people even just go to Peixoto to pick up some coffee beans. Atmosphere is really cool too. It's just more of a newer, modern feel to it. Now, my other favorite coffee shop is called the coffee shop. And I would say this is a Gilbert staple. A very large indoor and outdoor area. They even have a little room that's set aside for people that are working, so it's often a place I go to get some of my work done. And they also have a lot of food options. They have some fantastic breakfast dishes, and then for lunch and dinner, they have more like salads and sandwiches. Energy's good there. It's just a good ambiance. Definitely one of my favorite places. But I'm gonna save the best for last, and if you talk to anyone in Gilbert and ask, what is a Gilbert staple restaurant, I can guarantee you this place is gonna come up. And this is Joe's Farm Grill, named after the founder of Agritopia. When they opened this place, the intention was to have somewhat of a diner slash backyard barbecue feel to it. So they have a lot of items like hamburgers and hot dogs, but their ingredients are top notch. It's not your normal hamburger or hot dog. The menu is pretty large too, so if you aren't into like a hearty meal like a hamburger, they also have a lot of like chicken options. Their ahi tuna sandwich might be my favorite thing on their menu, and a lot of salads and healthier options as well. It's a local tip. You gotta go there for breakfast. Their breakfast is pretty incredible. Now, in addition to all the restaurants at Agritopia, there also are a few boutique shops. There's also a few gyms and a few med spas there as well. Now, another place I need to highlight is there is this convenience store right outside of the Epicenter, and this is called Air Guitar. Now, this place is not your normal convenience store. It's not like a Sheetz or a 7-Eleven. This is a bougie convenience store. They have a coffee bar, they have pizza. It's almost like a small grocery store. You can even get some sushi there. Sometimes they even have fresh flowers. It's a cool place to check out for sure. But let's actually talk about living here, the community and the neighborhood here, because it really is pretty unique when comparing it to other places in the Phoenix metro area. Now, the streets in this neighborhood, they're just beautifully lined with these gorgeous trees. Homes almost embody this modern craftsman style. And then they have these gorgeous, beautiful, large porches. I'm touring these homes in this community. Honestly, it just feels very warm and inviting. I can envision myself just sitting on the front porch swing, having a cup of coffee, and just enjoying myself. Now, the neighborhood, I would say you can almost break it apart into two different parts. The one area has more courtyard style homes. So this basically means you have a shared driveway entrance. You don't really have much of a yard. The lot size is pretty small. However, these homes are going to be much less expensive. A lot of them have sold, in the past year between like $450,000 up to like the high 500,000. So a lot of these homes are actually lower than the median sales price in Gilbert today. And then the other section of the homes, these are going to be more of your traditional single family homes. You have a private driveway entrance, a little bit larger lot. These are going to get a little bit more expensive. A lot of them right now have more recently, these homes have sold, $900,000, a handful even over $1 million. So this section, the homes are absolutely gorgeous, but some of them can get a little pricey. Residents here also have an incredible community center. There is a large pool, you have some tennis courts, and a putting green. And throughout the entire community, and this is open to everyone, they also have a lot of walking trails and paths, just kind of going around some of the farm areas and some of the neighborhoods. Now, as I mentioned before, one of the best parts of Agritopia is you're right next to Cosmo Park. This is one of my favorite parks in Gilbert. I probably here at least once a week. And if you want to learn more about this park or several of the other best parks in Gilbert, I do have this video here, so check it out. I do go into detail of some of the hidden gems in Gilbert. Thank you so much for your time and have a fantastic day.